Hi, this is Amy Lewis. This is Engineers Unplugged. Hi, this is Amy Lewis, Cisco Marketing, and we're here for another episode of Engineers Unplugged. Today is the Battle of the Shahs. We've got Steve and Nisarg, and we're going to be talking about NetScaler. So Steve, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you. So actually, before we get into NetScaler, because there's been a lot of other changes going along, we've had a lot of announcements going on. We've been talking about service insertion a lot, usually when we talk about vPath, and I was hoping you could start by defining it, because I'm in marketing, I'm trying to figure out what this exactly means. What is vPath? Why do I care?
Absolutely, Steve. So what we're looking at over here is once you have your data center virtualized through N1KV, which is Nexus 1000V, what you have is now you can easily insert your level 4 through 7 services inside the Nexus 1000V architected data center. What does that really mean? So if you have a application, so let's say it's a couple of like the web VMs running in your data center, and it's a quarter end. Wow, okay, I got 2 more VMs. Now, I need somehow to load balance them. What do I do? Okay, luckily, what you already had was you already had a NetScaler 1000V product that we just recently announced together between the two companies, and that's already running. So all you have to do is, with your choice of your cloud orchestrator, could be UCS Director or Cloud Stack, and now you can do dynamically, real time, you can select which policy on which particular VM needs to have NetScaler 1000V. So right at that moment, Nexus 1000V vPath will redirect the traffic for that particular VM to the NetScaler, get it load balanced, and come right back. And that's really what we are really looking at, an application-driven data center, value driven through Nexus 1000V vPath technology.
Okay, so I'm going to have to ask some silly questions here.
Please.
I'm already advertising my IP addresses, right? I ARP this stuff, I've gone, route tables have been updated. How are you just turning and making my traffic hang a hard left and go to the NetScaler and then know which service to go back to? That part isn't clear in my head.
Yes. So we all are used to our wonderful command called source NAT, right? Wonderful. Now with the insertion of Nexus 1000 vPath header, you don't need to do all that wonderful stuff. We, being the good at what we are, with changing the packet frames, we can now dynamically do it for you so that you don't have to do all the source NAT, but still give you all the same information that you require at the debug level through all you'll have the source IP and all that stuff with you.
Well, yeah, so you're talking about changing the framing of the packet. So you're redefining Ethernet or you're creating tunnels? Explain reframing.
I wish I was an Einstein guy, seriously I do. I could redefine everything, right? But I'm not, let's face it, because I'm here. But anyways, what that vPath packet framing, all that does is it's very simple. We just go through and talk about, okay, hey, I need to dynamically insert this particular traffic, change a couple of bits here and there, and that's all I do. So now, in this architecture, what we really wanted was a load balancer. And I got a load balancer. Is this what really NetScaler 1000V is really about?
No. So, load balancers. This is not a load balancer. We have graduated from load balancers, and we are on ADCs. We needed a new TLA for this, so we introduced one a couple years ago. It's the Application Delivery Controller. Now, an ADC is a little bit different from a load balancer. It's the graduating class, if you will. What's fundamentally different is that while load balancer is just focused on how do I go and steer the traffic, maybe do a little bit of SSL, an ADC is really more focused on the whole end-to-end stack for being able to make an application perform well on the network. So it's a variety of other things too. You'll find caching in there, you'll find web compression in there, you'll find GSLB for site-level redirection of traffic. All kinds of additional protocols are supported as well. So it's a much more complete story than just about load balancing. It's doing a lot more. In fact, it's already got a routing stack in there as well. Now, it's not meant to be a router, right? It's really just meant to be something that could go and steer the traffic to the nearest router, so you want to partner it up with something like a Nexus 7000 or something like that. Now, given this stuff, we've gone and we've announced this, we've got this relationship going, what's coming next? What are we going to do that's going to be interesting? So what's your take?
So my take is we are definitely not parking the bus right now. There's a lot more stuff coming down the array, right? What are we coming next? Well, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be doing an integration with 7K. Wow, what does that really mean? What that really means is when you look at it from an architectural level, you want to make sure that irrespective of what service you're really looking at it, irrespective of whether it could be firewall or a an ADC, NetScaler 1000V, now everything along with Nexus 7K, everything is well integrated so that it's easy for our customers to deploy our services as well as our application VMs real time.
Okay, but let's double click on this. I mean, how are these things interacting with one another, or am I missing something bigger?
No, so again, let's just take a step back real quick, right? Because what you really want to do is make sure that our life for our customers is easy, right? Whether they are integrating at the virtual layer or at the physical layer. And that's really where our integration helps together to make sure that the customer gets a well-integrated solution both at the virtual layer as well as the physical layer through Nexus 1000 integration with vPath for NetScaler as well as NetScaler integration with our Nexus core router as well.
Awesome. So, hey, thanks, Nisarg. That really did clear it up. I really like what's happening next. We got to get all the engineers together and get us marketing people out of the picture. Sound good?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, one marketing person's going to get in their way for just a minute because I would like to see engineering and marketing work together, and that is unicorn time. So now it's time for the surprise ending of the show, the Unicorn Challenge. I would like to see your best marketing unicorn, your best engineering unicorn. Let's see. Go ahead. Whiteboard your best unicorn. Go.
You want me to draw? You want me to draw?
Oh, yes. Go. It's unicorn time.
How good my drawing was.
Yeah. Go. Yeah. The engineer is already self-editing. The marketeer, straight ahead.
So I'm going to copy. That's what I'm good at. I have no idea, guys. And of course, my pointed little horn.
This is an American eagle with a like.
I love it. This was fantastic. I really appreciate it. Great conversation. And I like how we went both high and low there in terms of explaining for the viewers what you've got, where it's come, and where we're going. So really appreciate that. The Battle of the Shahs, very successful. So we've got, again, all the things you want to know about NetScaler, including don't ever let them draw unicorns for you. Let them stick to the technology. So thank you, Steve.
Thank you.